Alright, so second job, gaming with Sebastian and Ninethal playing Age of Engineering. We are about to get into Age 4. Ninethal has done all of the legwork to get all of the power done for the Empowerer, and in fact has already made the sturdy casing. So, without further ado, Ninethal, go grab that thing, throw it on the ground, and pick it back up for us.
Okay, I made it for you, but that's fine. Yeah, it doesn't trigger until you drop it on the ground and
Mhm.
pick it back up. No, it's
Not
supposed
much
to
of a
trigger.
trigger there.
No,
I
I didn't get a
didn't
thingy,
either.
so that's kind of weird. You pick it up.
Yay! Alright, so
Yeah, I told you I made it for you.
I guess so.
The game agreed.
It likes me better. Alright,
Well,
Sebastian with
most
that
likely
thing.
because I didn't activate 3, so I'm not technically on 4.
That blows. Anyway,
That, okay,
there you go.
cool.
Alright,
I made
so
it to the thermionic fabricator.
yeah, he's going to get started on making the rest of the stuff while I read the guide because he is already ready. Alright, so you can start forestry now. Sturdy casings made for all of them, power of 2 million RF. Alright, so real quick, Ninethal is an engineering freak and he decided to make all of this stuff linked up through integrated, no,
No,
immersive engineering. So he come down here and he decided he was going to build the water wheels, which is a really good invention. Uh, it's like 44 RF per tick with just the 3 water going through it,
I
like
think
that
it's
right
like
down there.
60 something is what
I mean,
I was
there
getting,
are
but
ways to get it to 88, but you know, you don't really need it.
yeah,
Not right now,
supposedly,
especially when he has made just a gazillion of them down here. And all this, he has been busy. So anyway,
yeah, I've
he's
got
got, hmm?
6 more in the works, so.
Yeah, and we'll make it eventually. Or when I say we, I mean he.
Well, you go away for a long time and I get a little blue.
Yeah, that's funny coming from you. Well, don't call it second job gaming for nothing.
Uh-huh.
So, anyway, he is going to do all that, and we're going to continue reading. Alright, so Thermionic Fabricator, which is what you're working on now, be able to make the
Yeah.
multi-farms. Never ever made a multi-farm, not once in all this time. Tubes, redstone, clear glass from environmental tech. The easier recipe is disabled. Of course it is. You want to change farms, you'll need circuit boards, calculator circuit processing, easier recipes disabled, of course. Extraction chamber, which we already have. He's already got all that set up with the damaged circuits and the reassembly. So, extraction chamber, throw dirt in there, get a dirty circuit, take the dirty circuit, put it in the restoration, get another circuit over here, take it to the analyzer, stick it in there, and see if you get free stuff. No free stuff. So, take it up here, put it in our chest, put it next to this guy who's got something there, and wait for this guy to get cleaned up, wait for this guy to be made more stuff, and back to the book. The processing chamber can do both, but it's not available yet. Guess what? We've got it. And we did it beforehand.
Well, the processing chamber is still later.
Hmm.
Um,
That's the restoration chamber we got. Never mind.
yeah, we
Yeah.
can, I think we can do it. I just think it takes a lot of
Hmm.
power. I'd have to look at the
Yeah.
recipe.
So then the circuits need to be analyzed using the analyzing chamber, which gives you some byproducts sometimes. Some circuits may turn out stable, which we do. You can store the analyzed circuits in the storage chamber, which you can craft later. Circuits for circuit boards need to be exactly the same as, which means same texture, analyzed, and not stable. To automate those machines, you can use the PA wrench to change the color of the block sides, which match the color of the slots on the GUI. Okay, you should start bee and tree breeding as you will need it later. Of course. Well, I guess that's where I come in since I've always done the bee and tree breeding.
Yeah, I hate those.
But I know
I can
you
do
will
them.
be, I know you'll be doing it anyway. So, alright, so one, two, three,
I'll be
four.
tinkering with it, I'm sure.
I'm sure. So get one of those. Put my sticks down in the little Y shape. Get that guy. Scoop. So now we have a scoop. But we need multiple types of bees to get the right kinds of things. You should work towards the alivary, which means industrious and imperial bees. The bees need normal temperature and humidity, only work during the day, so the perfect spot is the mining dimension, which is what I was thinking. Also, if you have Imperial bees, you have access to the mutating frames and more bees. Yep. 3 of them guarantee mutation for most bees. The other 2 votes. Okay, read all that stuff. Yeah. We have Gendustry on here. I don't think we do.
We do not.
Nope, we do not. So none of that stuff. So let me go get some bees real quick and get stung a few times.
There's some stone bees on the backside of one of the mountains. When I got lost, I saw
Okay,
some, but I
that's
don't know
a
exactly where
good
they
one
are.
to get. So he made, there it is, the gate. And over here he's got himself a little villager farm. So he's making villagers because he wants to have the emeralds set up later on to trade them all. It's a really good way to do it.
Yeah, because we haven't found very many. We've got 3 in the
Ouch!
thing here,
Ouch!
and that's not going to get us very far.
Mm-mm. So I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna collect some of these bees. Get stung a few times because they hurt. Go away, bees.
Especially when you break the nest, they swarm you.
They do. They don't like it. Because I need the honeycomb to make the extra bee houses.
Yeah.
Alright, so that should be all we're going to get here are the meadows bees. So pristine, ignoble. Well, I got 2 pristines out of that. Awesome.
Well, there's the white ones are around the corner, to the right of the door coming out.
Yeah, the snow ones.
Yeah.
But you have to keep them there. The stone bees are good because you just have to put a block over the top of them to block the light, which will get us the extra bees we need to start everything. Forest bees would be the way to go, so I'm gonna hop on over there, get some forest bees, and I will be back in a little bit. Alright, so we're back. I got enough bees and stuff out there. Got some pristines. Got 3 different kinds. Got the forest and the meadows and the rocky princesses. I've even built the 2 bee houses right now, so we're ready to go. I'm gonna bring them on over here to these trees. Nope, let's bring it over here to the passo side over here. That way we can get the bees started. So I got some ignobles. The ignobles are the ones that we want to breed into something else. And how you do that is you take your bee houses and you take your ignoble princess, not your pristine ones, but the ignobles. Nope, there we go. Meadows ignoble. So we're gonna put her in there. We're gonna put some regular guys in there. We're gonna make a bunch of little bees. Get out of the way or they will sting you. Let's see. And forest ignoble. Okay. Forest ignoble and forest drones. So no flowers. Well, guess what? I got flowers. No flowers. Guess what? I brought flowers for y'all too. Look at this, a whole bunch of them. So this one, this one, this one, and we're going to take that. We'll put those guys down there, here, there, here, and some flowers there too. That one right there. Now the thing about it is these guys will make flowers. So you got yourself a nice little flower farm here too, and that's fine. There you go. Bunch of little guys. So when you see the little poofs of energy and stuff come out of them, that means they're doing stuff. So we're going to let those guys build up some drones a little bit. We'll go get a chest and bring it over here, and we're going to dump a bunch of that stuff in there. So we'll be right back. All right, so we're back now. Got the bees and the boxes in place. Did have to move the forest back a little bit because that's how you start the tree farming. Is you got to get these bees to make the right kind of things to the trees, and you really don't want that to get started because that will start producing the butterflies. And oh, man, those guys will take over your whole place. Talk about server lag. You're not kidding. So we'll get some of these guys going with the bees. So you watch as it goes normal. Bees need flowers, so you can get the apiarist suits and stuff like that. When the bar goes down to the bottom, they will produce something. Bars go down the bottom, they produce something. And you also have these things called frames, which you can use these guys. Sweet frame, super cool frame, untreated frame. See, so it produces 2 times as much. Uh, genetic decay is 0.4, so that means that the ignobles won't die off as quick. 0.9, 0.3 durability. And with this right here, stick, 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 and string. So it's really good to go ahead and throw some of those in there, but you can't do it on a bee house. You have to do it in an apiary. So I'm gonna go over here and show you how to make an apiary real quick. Oh, we gotta get the honeycombs because it requires those guys. So hold on a second while I get my stuff together. There we go. Let's go back over here now. Chop this down. Okay. So as the bees and stuff get started, we'll be able to produce more stuff. This is why he has so many of those.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm using most of them.
Mm-hmm. So,
I'm about to remove this copper stuff here, so.
alright, so apiary,
Feel free.
impregnated casing, and wood and planks. An impregnated casing requires this and seed oil. So you need a squeezer and you need a carpenter. So, has he got the carpenter going yet?
No, I'm still working on something that technically we don't need. It's been
Okay.
on my mind for about a
Whew.
week.
Another sturdy casing. So bronze casing, bronze plate, bronze gear, and a bronze large plate. So more bronze.
I'm making some over here in the tinkery. As we speak,
Yep, that is a lot. How much ever are you going to need?
I'm making another sturdy casing as well, so.
Okay, well, I'm going to need one as well. But you go ahead and do yours. Uh, I will get an idea of how to get the bees going over here. Alright, so if you want to do the trees at forestry, let's see, the trees, yeah, all the trees. You got the apple oak, dark oak, unknown genome. See any of these guys right here, you got the unknown genomes. So all these different kinds of trees. So the first ones you're pretty much going to get is the silver birch, silver lime, um, and you have to get the trees over here. So we're not ready to get these trees to it first because we got to build an encasement around him so the butterflies don't go nuts, because they will go to the ends of your spawn groups or your chunk loaded area, and they will just sit there. Once they leave the chunk load, you'll have an entire line of them just sitting there, and there's so many of them. Be so many of them. So let's get rid of these trees real quick because we don't want any of those boys. Pick all this stuff up real quick. So you don't want any kind of Minecraft or forestry tree. I'm not sure if the other kind of mods like Biomes of Plenty or any of those guys that make trees will do it. So I'm not sure if Min Glen is going to do it, but if we see these leaves change from mineral leaves to something else, then yeah, we're going to have to chop it all down.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I think it's very specific, but I don't know. I think it would probably be immune,
Mm-hmm.
depending on if they said this is just a general leaf. Do with it as you will. I don't know. I'm partially working on your sturdy casing as well, so.
Okay. Well, then I will read what's left to go.
That's not it. Oh,
Mm-hmm. Alright, so next age is Ender Age. Let's Ender Isle, so that'll open up a whole bunch of cool stuff.
which is technically what I was working on. That's why I was like, I don't think we need it right now, but that's what I was
Yeah,
messing
so
around
you need you need that for the. Yeah, so you got to build a carpenter anyway.
with. Yes. technically, that's what I should have been working on. It's not what I was working on.
Yeah. Let's see, squeezer, because we need that one too.
We are almost done. So
Haha. That requires a sturdy casing as well. So just a bunch of sturdy casings. So we're going to get that taken care of and we will be back. Alright, so we're back and Ninothol has produced us a squeezer, carpenter, and a thermionic fabricator. And he's got it all set up and everything right here. The bees are getting going. They produced a few extra drones, but nothing extra special. So you need the squeezer for the seed oil. The prune seeds are pretty good. They give about 100, is that right? 10. They give 10 each.
Yeah, very,
Yeah.
very little.
So different seeds give different oils amounts. So you need to put the bucket in there, get the seed oil out. We have a bucket, right?
Yeah, it's right here in my hand.
Pick. All right, so like that. Just dump it. Just dump it like that. Just click, 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 click,
Yep.
click, like that.
You got to get that out.
We can. Get that little squeegee thing. Take it right out. But you're gonna need 4,000. I guarantee it.
For what?
Seed oil.
For what?
I don't know. It's not squeezer. What is it called? Forestry. It's like a little sucking thing out of
wanting to make one of the huge apiary things, or what?
Yeah, but I don't have to do it right now. There it is. A pipette. So, pipette, lime wool, and stained glass.
I mean, I've got a basic fluid tank. I can most likely
Doop, doop.
drain it out the bottom.
That's alright. We'll do it this way. It's a good way to show people too. Nope. Get that out there first. Gotta make the wool. Wool. Hello. Doop, doop. Pipette.
It's generally when you have a very small amount. Or does it hold a bucket?
It holds a bucket worth. So, tank. Need a tank now
Or
to pull all this stuff out, all the seed oil, and just save it.
let me turn off the bucket oriented. I use it as my bucket. Most likely you can place it under it.
Nope.
I would think it would come out the bottom.
Not gonna fill it. Not gonna fill this one.
Yeah, the problem is the configurator for this mod. You can't make until age 10 or higher. You have to go to Neptune to get the material to make the configurator.
There used to be a way to pull all of it out, then to break the thing and put it back down, which was what'll do it.
Well, try, because I had it in a bucket mode and it didn't want to place. Yeah, see, it doesn't want to mount. But yeah, it doesn't want to. And this button doesn't swap back and forth. It's not like you can say, okay, I want to put this in something.
Right?
No. But it won't go with the pipette, won't put it in the.
It won't.
That's very weird.
Yup. It's usually pretty good about it. That's what I always used before. There was another mod that had a pipette kind of thingy too. You just pick it up and put it in the air and it goes poof and goes away. Kind of like, but this pipette won't put that in there, so
What?
you can have it.
Oh, I've never used the pipette.
Stop coming to me.
So it has a bucket in it.
basically. But you don't have to use a bucket for it. Alright, so I'm going to try some of these real quick. These industrial hemp seeds. Because they should work and they should give 10 each.
Well, we don't have a huge amount of those because we haven't started
Yeah,
processing.
I only used like 5, so. And we got more over here. So, it'll be okay.
The fluid tank is the best tank that we've got here
Mm-hmm.
as far as holding a large amount of seed oil or whatever.
Yeah. Go ahead and break it. Take all that stuff out and put it back down.
No, I'd rather make another carpenter. We're gonna have to make more machine chassis, so gonna use most of the seed oil anyway. And for impregnated casings that you're gonna need for your bee stuff.
Yeah.
We can use it. It's not that huge of a deal. It's just I knew we weren't going to use it all right now, so it was kind of a.
Yeah, so let me go get a bunch of wood and we'll just dump it out of there because it takes a lot of that stuff. So let's get 36 of them. Should
putting
be
together
fine.
the machine chassis takes a bit of work.
All right, so take all that stuff out because I need the space.
Illusionary.
Is it? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
It's just the pattern.
Yeah.
The recipe.
And dump it. And now we'll get started. So this requires 250. So we can actually make a bunch of apiaries. Or a bunch of impregnated casings anyway. Yeah, we got a bunch, so I'm gonna make a whole bunch of them.
You have to have a lot of them if you want to make a normal apiary or the alveary.
Yeah. Let's just get a bunch more of these guys here.
Yeah, and we have to have. We can't make the alveary yet.
No, not even close. You need the royal jelly for that.
Why not just use dark oak? Says a mineral.
Okay.
300 mud.
I thought we had more mineral than dark oak.
Oh no. I've been harvesting dark oak.
Toss that sucker in there then. Dump it. There you go. So this will get rid of it, and I'll use the pipette, or you can use the pipette to dump the rest of it out. Just pull it out. Because it's going to have, what is that, 100, 170? Yeah, 100.
Pipette is.
Yeah, okay, so.
Full. That's empty.
Yeah. It works like a bucket, but it yanks out all the remaining under 1,000, so you can keep the carpenter running. Which, you know, it's a good little tool, but you need some way to just be able to squeeze it out into the open. I don't want this anymore. Blech. You know, some of those mods have machines that say dump, kind of like mechanism. I don't want any of that stuff in there. Dump it.
Yeah.
Way to go, Aiden Brady.
It's one of those. It's wasteful. Depending on what it is. So I don't do it. I will find a way to pipe that thing out if I can. But there seems to be some sort of interaction that does not work between forestry and mechanism if the pipette won't go into the tank. So, oh, cheese and taters. Put that thing in my hand again.
There you go. Still gonna be too little.
Wood?
Yeah. So we just gonna do this real quick.
I mean, I probably.
It's gonna make 6 more, so it's only 250 per.
Let's find out.
It's 250 per?
this is the rest of the seed oil.
Okay.
So this is how much we've got.
It's 50 under what we need. So it's going to
So
have
5
4.
more seeds, and we'll
Yeah.
round that puppy dog out.
Mm-hmm.
Leave. A lot of that one. Alright.
Alright, so I'm going to take a quick look over here at the bees for everybody's. It's pretty cool. I can run around all I want because of that hunger calculator. Alright, so
Yeah.
first set of bees, the forest ones, made me 2 more honeycombs and some drones. So these drones are all the same genome type, and throw her back in there, get her started. And these guys didn't make us anything. They're the same drone type, so that's good. And throw them back in there and get them started again. So those guys will do nothing but make us honeycombs. They won't make us anything else. But that's okay, because we need the drones to be able to make our mutations. So we need lots of drones first. Yeah, okay, that's better. Only 2 more to go. I just leave that pipette in there. Don't worry about them. That way we have a nice little storage area.
Be 1 shy, or we?
No, we're good. We just need 8 more wood.
Yeah, like I said, we're gonna be just shy.
Thought you're talking about the seed oil.
Yeah, of using all of it.
Yeah.
So.
And I will take these guys now. Pink, punk. And I need this right here. So that's real easy to make. So we're going to get some of those boys started. The bee houses are actually faster. So, but they don't produce quite as much. So let's put in 8 of these. Get all that out. 1 more. Yeah. So we need 36 for an even Steven amount.
I still don't know what they're talking about the damage. Well, I know the damaged circuits and repairing them and stuff like that, but I guess some of the circuit boards don't use those particular things. Maybe there's something I'm missing. I don't know. But
So you see here the yellow flower and the orange one. We didn't plant those here, so they have already made these flowers for us. These bees making us flowers. Thank you, bees. Thank you. So drop him there. And I'm going to drop him. Yep, right there. Bee house, apiary. Can't work, no queen. Well, we'll see about that. Pristine bees do not die. They'll never leave. They'll always be pristine. The ignobles, like that one, eventually they will die off. So you want to save some ignobles to make those guys. So we're going to take her out real quick. And we're going to put in a pristine meadows bee. Because if we're wanting to do that, that's how we really want to do it. We want to be able to make bee drones without any problems. So with the ignoble, we're going to dump her over here, get another drone out of here, and we're going to dump that one in there. And going to dump her in there. Since she's already a queen, she's going to be a good by herself. So I'm going to put another one on that one. More of a lake to get rid of.
I took a pig out of it.
Yeah, nice. Alright, so and over here, let's see. We're going to have this bee. The rocky bee. So we're going to take the pristine one. I'm going to take 2 little drones. And we're going to show you how to do these guys. So, they're going to say, we don't have the right kind of material. Or, they do. How about that? Why is that? Because they shouldn't.
Stone underneath.
Well, they're supposed to have ores. They've always needed ore before, but okay. And they've always needed to have, too much sunlight made them go crazy, but I guess he fixed that or something, because but that
Oh,
works. That's
them
cool.
being underground. I mean, the ores could still be underneath them within 6, 7 blocks of them.
Hmm.
Similar to the
So,
flowers, as long as it's close enough.
so drop another one of these guys here. Take one of those drones, plop her in there. Take this guy, put him here. Get a pristine. Drop him in there. Nope. I'll take that one since he's good. He's about to make something in. Hey, so now we have 6 bees there and 1 bees here. And when they're in the apiaries and things like that, they don't sting unless they're aggressive. And the jungle bees, they're mean. They're aggressive. They will sting you, and that's why you need the apiarist suit, which you can only get from the jungle bees until you get a higher bee further on up. But we'll get back to that later. We got some stuff over here to take care of. Isn't that right, Nine?
Sure.
Yeah, because
You're
we
gonna.
have a episode. We have age 5 to go into because we're pretty much done with age 4 already because he's already made the extraction, the restoration, and the analyzer, and pretty much
Yeah, we just
powered
haven't made a
everything.
farm yet. But other than that,
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll worry about the farm later because that takes a lot of stuff.
yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
I've always looked at it and I've like, not too much into that.
Well, the fact that it's the only farming thing that we can do other than the greenhouse, which is
Woo,
very
age
specific.
5. And you take it
Um,
now. Age 5.
the we could place materials in there and it will harvest them for us. Um, but it's not quite the same as being able to harvest a tree.
Hmm.
Because with that thing, I think you can say collect leaves or you know different things.
Yep,
The
it'll do
fact
it.
that down a tree or whatever. So
Yeah, it'll do it.
and you can say if you make it big enough, you can break it into 4 quadrants, and you can like with the farmer, I'm gonna need potatoes, carrots, wheat, possibly the beets.
Right.
And so I could place those in one farming area and it will harvest it for me. And then when I need to trade with the farmer, I'll have a supply of produce.
Yeah. Alright, so age 5, the Ender Age. Next tech mod is Ender'd. For the machine chassis, you'll need a carpenter, a lot of seed oil. Well, we've done that. Speaking of farms, with Ender'd, you can now craft a farming station as well as spawners, better item and power transportation, the inventory panel which runs on nutrient distillation, and a lot new power options with the Stirling combustion and zombie generators. You can now unlock more solar panels. You can now craft the heavy engineering block. You can go for biodiesel power. I've always gone for the biodiesel. And or for example the excavator. You also start now getting into environmental tech as both the void resource miner as well as the void ore miner required for future progression. Solar panel and lightning rod are both nice for power generation. Environmental tech has an in-game manual. Digital guide if you want to read more about it. Yeah, it's not all that great of a book, but it works.
Yeah, I don't know about the book, but the mod is pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm. Before you can progress, if you haven't done it already, you have to go to the end. You have no way to get a jetpack yet, as all of them need an elytra, which is one goal for going to the end, but it is recommended to make dark steel armor with a glider attached to it. That's the closest thing you can get to flight. Every recipe that needs an elytra, you get an elytra back on crafting. The flight modifier for the environmental nanotech gives you jetpack back, which is the same for the angel ring. Fun times. So why don't we go ahead and get started with making all that good stuff now so we can have some really good power generation
What
and
good stuff?
the Ender IO goodies.
I've got the alloy furnace.
I know you do. I'm looking at it.
That's what I've been
Hmm.
working on, waiting on, because I wanted to make the machine press or the metal press or something like that for immersive engineering. Because I keep earning so much copper I'll at least get 2 wire from each copper rather than one.
Hmm.
Now I just have to figure out how I want to lay this thing out.
That is the question, yes.
Because this is RF power as well.
So look at the solar panels. Oh, vibrant alloy, energetic alloy, which is not that big of a deal. Daylight sensor, which is not that big of a deal. Uh, vibrant alloy. Ender pearls. Wonderful.
Yeah, that's the thing. We've only got 8 at the moment.
Yeah. So for ender pearls, of course, you gotta kill Enderman and hope, or you can find the Ender Lily. It's really the way to go if you want to do that.
Well, if there's ender lilies here, then there's ender lilies in the end.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
the 8 there, we're most likely going to need to find the fortress.
Yeah.
Well, we can find the end to find all there.
And of course, if you never found the fortress, it is, of course, using an Ender Eye, which is just Ender Pearl and Blaze Powder, which, I don't know if you saw the Blaze spawners over there in the Nether,
I
if you
still
went
haven't.
there. Yeah. Well, I can show you that later off camera. We don't have to do it right now. So we really need to, do we want to work on a Sterling generator?
Why?
I'm just asking, do we want to?
Not particularly because it's burning stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not
Uh,
a burner.
do you want a capacitor bank for a million RF store?
Right now we've got about 10 million.
Oof. Empowered Redstonia crystals and copper electron tubes. Only the recipe using thickened glass is correct.
Copper,
Mhm.
Estonia tubes, or whatever.
Yeah. So, farming station, diamond hoe, pulsating crystals, Z logic,
Yeah,
just a slice and splice,
the
solarium.
farming station eats tools.
Yeah, so that's why you want the solarium, huh? So you can do all that
Or,
other stuff.
well, yeah, for the heavy um, engineering block is what I really wanted it for because I've made the pistons that I needed, the steel scaffolding I needed, the redstone engineering block I needed, and the conveyor belts I needed for the machine or the metal press. But I needed a heavy, and that moved us into different ages. So,
Mhm. Well, the dark steel armor, definitely good stuff. And it's not that hard to make with obsidian, coal, and iron. Not that big of a deal. So it's
well, I'm
definitely a good
wearing
way to go.
osmium at the moment.
Yeah, me too. But with the stuff that you can do with dark plate, I mean, you don't have to put the jump on it to give you the leg up on the step up. So you can do that.
Well, technically, the dark helm also has night vision
Yeah,
ability,
uh-huh. It does. And
which
you
is
you
kind
got
of
the
rad.
puffer fish for that, so you're good to go with that one.
Yeah, I like to be able to see at night, and basically any caves I can just see what's out there rather than something trying to sneak up on me.
Have you seen the Enderios, part of a balanced breakfast? Not actually healthy. That's what it says.
I've never actually eaten them, but yeah, I've seen
Uh,
them.
Side
I think it
effects of
says
Ender'd dust include nausea, dizziness, confusion, and random teleporting. Whew, that's pretty funny. But you can get your conduits now, which I know you're going to go crazy with those. And conductive iron is just iron and redstone, so you're going to be good with that. So do we need more mining done?
Oh, I'm gonna have to, yes.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess we'll get started on that and we will be back with more of it later.